We had a residency at Clumber Park for a week, and we looked at all the different sites, the different trees. We kind of researched at Nottingham University Archive the sort of history of the site. And then that led us to come up with a number of proposals. The National Trust chose 2 works, and now we're here actually installing on site.
We became interested in the historic presence of animals here. We kind of honed in on a couple of events specific to Clumber. One was the dissolution of the house, Clumber Hall, and the second was the story of the 4th Duke importing the Indian leopard. Something that kind of runs through a lot of our projects is the idea of the intersection between nature and society, nature and culture.
We really wondered if it would be possible to create a sculpture in this avenue, because not only the drama, it has this kind of quiet sense of contemplation, because a lot of the public don't actually walk down here. It seemed to be a place where we could create something that the public might have to look for. The spontaneous city work was largely inspired by the lost house of Clumber, taking the arches and the rectangular windows. So we've used that as a repetitive motif in the assemblage of bird boxes here.
They'll be slightly smaller in scale or slightly larger in scale. That means that we can make fairly kind of organic shapes around the tree, and we can articulate around the union of branches and trunks. It comes from an example in nature where insects construct their kind of architectures.
It's first and foremost a sculpture, an artwork, but the idea is that the wildlife can inhabit it. This whole avenue is kind of host to some quite rare species of birds, but the idea is that over the course of a year to 3 years, they might use it as nesting spaces, shelter, etc. It's called the Leopard, the second piece, and it's situated in a kind of mature oak tree that's between the chapel and the lake.
It was inspired by the story of the 4th Duke of Clumber and how he, in the 1820s, imported a leopard from India. We decided that we would try articulate that moment in history through its representation in a piece of Regency furniture, in this case a chaise longue. With this installation there is another element. It's a library table that would kind of flip out and unfold and become a ladder.
The public can climb up these steps and think that maybe the leopard's climbed these steps and sprung into the tree and is slumbering there. We were always interested in the historic presence of the animal here at Clumber, and so that's really what inspired the work itself. So hopefully in some way they will get to find out about the story through this artwork.